Gene, I spent the next like hour or so grabbing screenshots for that feature request I was going to put in to
Hi,
have the
Twitch.
text,
The tech.
text and the dashboards updated.
Oh, right.
Okay,
Yeah,
now that I'm done picking my teeth. Hi, Twitch!
I did the same thing for a similar feature request that I submitted earlier, or like late in the day. I was like, okay, finally got this all like, added in and that crap. So.
Yeah, I just sat there and just like, I didn't even close out of tickets. I would just hit next. Like, all right, we got this onboarding and that onboarding and that onboarding, and then I clicked and it was delinquent payment. I'm like, son of a bitch. Oh. And I got to do this phone call and that phone call, and I was done with phone calls an hour ago. Now I'm doing it again. God.
Oh man, there was we'll talk about that when we're not recording live, but yeah, there was a lot of stuff to do today. Hey Twitch, we're obviously waiting for Justin to pop in. He had to restart his computer here, but you guys get to be privy to me testing out the audio. So let me start this recording. We're gonna go with I think Lucas here first.
A producer is like a director who doesn't actually have to do any work. If you want to be a producer for Infendo Radio, head over to patreon.com/InfendoRadio and pledge at the $10 level.
If you like cartoony Italian plumbers, you're in the right place. Infendo Radio is on now.
Or I could do... Hold on. While we're waiting anyways. Let's see. Let me get...
Did something just say hello?
I think it was Justin.
Are you having a conversation with your computer, Justin?
I'm trying to sync my new Bluetooth headset. So.
Okay, so how about let's try it like this. Let's start over.
All right.
A producer is like a director who doesn't actually have to do any work. If you want to be a producer for Infendo Radio, head over to patreon.com/InfendoRadio and pledge at the $10 level.
If you like cartoony Italian plumbers, you're in the right place. Infendo Radio is on now.
All right, we're going with it. I like the initial reaction. That's funny.
It's always like, why do I hear when Luigi just starts yelling out gibberish in the middle of something.
Well, while we're hanging out, how you guys doing, Twitch? I see a couple of y'all in the chat, I believe.
I'm opening Zoom right now, FYI.
No problem. We're only
I'm
a few
opening
minutes
Twitch
past.
chat right now, FYI.
I don't think we have any chatters quite yet, but I need to move my microphone. Oh,
I'm opening your mom tonight.
But we have viewers, goddammit.
We do have viewers, I think, unless my thing is lying to me.
I'm one of them momentarily.
I see a Schnazzy one, perhaps. Hello, Schnazzy.
Hello, Schnazzy.
Is that going back to the thick Hispanic accent? Hello, Schnazzy.
No, I didn't mean to do that, but I guess that fits, right?
Oh man! Is a Han Solo Nerf gun worth $20?
The answer is no.
Only if he shot first.
Oh, does it come with? How many bullets does it come with?
I have no idea, but I got like 200 of them in a Ziploc bag out.
So not a problem for you.
Right.
He's not a stormtrooper. Han Solo can shoot.
Speaking of the stream music, this soundtrack that I have has rain in the background. Is it too distracting? Listen here.
I thought it was fine.
It might be soothing. What did you do? Find a YouTube video of relaxing Zelda music?
I literally typed in relaxing Breath of the Wild music. And also, when I say that to my Google Home, I basically tell her to play relaxing Breath of the Wild music for Elijah when he's going to sleep, and it works like a fucking charm.
Nice.
That is
your
awesome.
Kid has good taste.
Yeah.
That's like my child. I have to sing "There's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow" to him before he'll go to sleep.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Wait, what's up, Shine? What's happening? Good to see ya. I'm gonna pop out the chat, I think, if I can. How do I fucking do that? Over here.
I think that's Zoom.
That
is
a
Zoom.
bitch on OBS. I remember that.
Yeah, I don't like the chat on OBS. I tend to actually close it and then just do a pop-out chat on, like, a Chrome window or whatever.
Mm-hmm. My podcasting setup has evolved.
I swear to God, Bagheera, if you start playing in the water dish, I'm going to drown you in it.
Wow, I'm fighting words. I still run 2 screens, Eugene, but now one of them is my iPad, so it doesn't bother my computer at all.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. There you go. How do you pop out chat now in this?
I might have to do the same thing, actually, because...
I don't know how to do it in OBS.
No, in just like in Twitch. Like, I don't even see the pop-out chat option.
So, twitch.tv/Infendo Radio. Down at the bottom, there's a little gear icon.
Uh-huh.
It might be down under your little bar thing.
I see the gear.
Yeah, click on it.
Uh-huh.
And then there should be a pop-out chat option.
I don't, but I think it's because I'm like in mod view or whatever. Let's see. Switch
Possibly.
to non-mod view. That's exactly it. Okay.
Yeah, just doing it in incognito window, Eugene. Jesus.
Oh, God. It's so freaking difficult.
It's
fucking
Windows.
spinning beach ball.
If it wasn't for difficult programs, Eugene, I would be unemployed.
Ain't that the truth,
it's
though?
funny. There was a store in my hometown that sold computers, and I remember my dad asking him at one point when he was looking for a computer, why don't you ever sell Apple products? And he said, because Apple products don't need service as often, and we wouldn't have as much business.
Sure. So I'm using an app to restream this, like I said, and there's a big delay in the Twitch stream, but that's okay.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
No problem.
Turning off my VPN because it's just making things take longer.
Hey Twitch, if you want to get a lag-free version, head over to patreon.com and become a producer.
God damn it, this kid, he knows he's just on it every time.
I'm dialed in, Eugene. What can I say?
Oh, good. I'm still signed into the right account on my computer, so I will be there in a moment.
Brian did our hi Twitch in the chat. I love it.
Hi, Twitch.
There it is. You do it so much better, Eugene.
So I freaking updated all of my drivers and everything on my computer because the 4 times ago, like there was so much like stuttering in the OBS stream. You know how like on the bottom it says like you've missed this many frames?
Yeah.
The last couple of times I've been using like less CPU and I've been streaming at a higher frame rate and I've had like 0 drop frames. So I guess I figured it out.
Now, when you did this, though, how many of your regular programs did you break in the process?
That was the problem. That's why I never updated my originally, because then I knew that I was going to have to go in and, update everything else.
Yeah.
I had to, one of the programs, funnily enough, you said that, I had to go find a driver on the internet to find because there wasn't like an auto update. So it was a pain in the ass, but we did it. We did it.
I got the phone.
Justin, we will not have throwing up on stream. We actually were doing a conference call with my boss a couple weeks ago, and
you were hungover and threw up on the call.
Wait for it.
Oh,
so
no.
we're
God.
just starting. He picks up his dog. No sooner does he pick up his dog throws up all over him.
So there was vomit involved. Just not human.
Nope, and it was funny.
So I suppose since Lucas isn't here, I'll go ahead and do the mini game. I can whip that up real quick because I think you did it last week, right, Steve? And then Justin is going to be doing next week. So.
Yeah, and I'm prepared for everything except the mini game. So.
Okay, cool. So, I was just gonna ask. So that means
I've
you
got
got
our
the Patreon.
producers.
Yeah, you're not fucking
We've
around.
got the producers here. After one of them reminded me. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Brian. I blamed Lucas, but it was really my fault.
No, it's all Lucas's fault. Let's get real.
Well, I guess we're just hanging out. Justin sounds like he's gonna be here soon. I mean, he's here, but like, you know.
Oh, jeez. Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Nope.
Welcome to Infendo Radio, sir.
Hang on.
Damn it.
Why is it not outputting through these?
That's going to be really funny when he hears what would be the outtakes.
I don't know that I'll put that necessarily that in there, so.
That would be funny. We've got to get back to the stinger. I missed that.
Well, that's why. Perfect.
Check your bees.
Uh-oh. Well, it was perfect.
I like this new gray back. There he is.
Hi.
All
Hi,
right.
Justin.
Hopefully these cheap pieces of crap work. They don't seem to be, though.
Well.
What's wrong with him? Nothing? Okay.
Can you hear us?
All right. I might need to find different earphones.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
No, he can't hear us.
Uh-huh.
Poor Justin. But Eugene, marvel at my background. Is it not a beautiful why am I not in the center of the frame? Jesus Christ. We're going to have to move this over here. Okay. That way I can sit in front of the microphone. Okay. Now I got to adjust it down. There we go. That looks better. Fuck. Now you can see my snowball. God damn it.
That's okay. I have my microphone in the frame. There's not really a way around it.
Okay.
And you really should have your microphone closer to you anyway, so then your audio picks up the best quality anyways. Can you hear us, Justin? You ready to rock and roll?
Arrow! Spike in the mic.
Yeah, I think... All right, I think I've got them working now.
Okay, cool. All right, well then...
So, yay, I'm wire-free tonight.
Nice.
Nice.
Well, then let's get synced up.
Son of a bitch.
What happened?
All right, get on my lap, cat.
All right, let's sync up. And if everybody's recording, I imagine they are at this point.
Yes.
Okay. I think Justin died again.
Yeah, that's Justin's gut. Hi, Justin's gut. Evidently, we need more nipples on the show.
Oh, yep. Going back to the other headphones. Going back to the old wire.
Trusty, reliable.
All right, I see boobs in the Twitch chat, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad.
That caught my eye too. So now let's see. I don't count as a member of Twitch, and then it says beads. And then something about a nipple show. I'm still lost.
All right, I guess we're using wires tonight.
Hi,
That's
Justin.
Right.
Can you hear us?
Right.
Yeah, I can hear you.
He's just sad.
There's always next week. I know.
Pieces of crap.
All right, we're already late, so let's get synced up. If we're not recording, let's start recording already.
Oh, my recording is open. It is not running. Okay.
Okay, then let's sync up in 3, 2, 1. All right. Let's see. Eddie Murphy, where are you at?
9 minutes, 10 seconds.
No, you're not Eddie Murphy. Justin is. He's got the Haunted Mansion shirt.
Ah.
Oh, is that what that's about? 7 seconds.
Okay, 7 seconds. And,
God, I want to turn my camera off. I look awful.
Minecraft
Fine.
Steve, where were you at?
9 minutes, 10 seconds.
9 and 10. All right, well then let's get started. If we get a Wild Lucas appearing, that would be awesome. But otherwise, we'll just kind of play it without him, obviously. And why is my recording in mono? I don't really care. We're gonna deal with that, and that's just how it's gonna be.
It'll
this
be
week.
fine.
I mean, there's only one of you, so it shouldn't matter.
Right. All right. Well, let's get rolling then. We are. Oh, let me put a note in my Audacity though. So then I can get that going. Show start. All right, let's do it.
A producer is like a director who doesn't actually have to do any work. If you want to be a producer for Infendo Radio, head over to patreon.com/Infendo Radio and pledge at the $10 level.
If you like cartoony Italian plumbers, you're in the right place.
O matuturo sa reba.
Infendo Radio is on now.
Hello, everybody. It is time for Infendo Radio, and we're happy to have you. It is episode 545. Holy moly, that's a lot of episodes. I hope you listen to our backlog. I think some of you might be. But man, I'm ready for another good one. How about y'all? How are you doing tonight, Lucas? How are you doing tonight, Steve?
Hey, how are you doing tonight, Lucas?
Wow, I'm gonna tell him you said we clearly know who you want here. I had a whole thing planned, and I just have to throw it out the window now because you don't know who I am. It's right back to when I first joined the show, and I could not tell the difference between Justin and Mike.
Well, speaking of Justin, how are you doing this evening?
I have determined that 20 years from now, this haircut will be referred to as the COVID.
Actually,
those of you
that's
not watching live, consider yourselves lucky.
That's actually not bad. I actually like that. Yeah, thanks for joining us tonight. Thank you, my wonderful co-host. Obviously, we don't have Lucas tonight. I slip of tongue there. He might be joining us later on, but we're not quite sure. If he does, hey, bonus. But otherwise, we're happy to have each and every one of you watching and listening to us on iTunes and all the other podcast feeds. But before we get too far, we want to thank the people that brought this show to you tonight. So, Steve, why don't you tell us who did that?
Okay, and before we do that, I have a flash contest. There's
Oh,
a $15,
boy.
There is a $15 eShop card up for grabs for our listeners, not our hosts. I'm sorry, Justin. If you can guess what artist I am listening to on the second input of my headphones, I've already told Eugene. Justin, I will send you a DM here in a minute on Discord or something. But yeah, and it has to be before we close the Twitch stream. So first one to get the artist right, instant $15 gift card.
Boom.
That being said, we would like to thank our 6 wonderful producers, Phantom, Slacker Monkey, -64, and then I should say our 3 producers, and then our 3 executive producers, Andrew Searson, the Brianosaurus, and EP Knothead. Thank you for continuing to support us through this god-awful time that we're living through right now.
We appreciate it. We really, really do. And speaking of which, we're going to be donating our Patreon donations for the month over to the CDC Foundation to support COVID-19 research. So, yeah, if you're wanting to, get on board on that, you can donate at patreon.com/Infendo Radio, or just go donate it yourself, Go to the CDC. They can use the funds, I'm sure. All right, with that, we're going to take a quick break, and then on the other side, we'll have Change the System. back. Hi, Twitch. We're gonna do some awesome stuff here with the show. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm rambling, obviously. Sorry about that. But let me find the music here.
Speaking of finding the music, I can't find the music I'm planning on using tonight.
We'll go with this to start. I like that one. All right, well then let's go ahead and get started, and then we'll change the system started. Change the system. And then let me get my. I guess it'll be all Lucas on the sound samples tonight since he ain't here.
That works.
So we'll go with this one. All right, let's go.
Can't get enough of Infendo Radio? Head to infendo.com and see everything else we're up to.
All right, we're back. It's time for a little bit of change the system. Honestly, there's not a whole lot of news this week, so not anything that I really saw, honestly. So we're not gonna be talking a whole lot of news, and instead we're gonna be talking about the games we've been playing. And I'm honestly excited about that because, well, I'll let you guys go first because guys might be talking about Animal Crossing, but I want to talk about something old and something new. So who wants to go first?
I can go first unless you want to, Justin.
I don't care.
Okay, I'll go. Because I'm gonna get right on a soapbox.
Oh God.
Yeah, I finally started playing Mortal Kombat on the Switch. I'm playing on a Switch Lite, so obviously only handheld. And before we go down the rabbit hole, I would like to say that the Switch Lite has the same processor that the full-size Switch does. I really don't like it when they're going to do a game on the Switch and it doesn't run in high definition in handheld mode. To me, personally, in my unhumble opinion, 480p on a handheld system on a screen even as big as what the Switch Lite has is not okay. Both of the Crash Bandicoot remasters have done it.
Mm-hmm.
Now Mortal Kombat has done it, and it looks so bad to me, and I'm not a videophile by any means. I can't really tell the difference between 30 and 60 frames a second unless it's a game I know very, very, very well, like Hyrule Warriors.
Sure.
Man, is it distracting when you're switching between the cutscene and the in-game video, and it is so blurry that your character's hair is transparent. Like, I would rather not have the game on Switch and be forced to buy it on my PS4 or, in your guys' case, your Xbox Ones, than not be able to play it in handheld mode. Even the Vita version of Mortal Kombat 9 was at a comparable a comparable resolution. Like, I remember a lot of games on Wii U, they weren't 1080p, they were something weird like 940 or something like that. It was a comparable resolution for the screen size. I'm okay with that. Don't do this 480p garbage.
I haven't noticed, and I think most of my Mortal Kombat playing has been in handheld, so I haven't noticed it being particularly bad. There's definitely a noticeable downgrade in graphical quality,
right?
But I never found the resolution to be distractingly low.
Maybe I'll have to give it a try on my full-size Switch then in handheld mode and see if it's any better there. And maybe it is something that's exclusive to the Switch Lite. I'll have to test that.
Mm-hmm.
But I know Crash did it even on the original Switch, and it really upset me to the point where I stopped playing the Crash trilogy because it was so distracting.
Sure.
If I want to play it in 480, I'll go back and play it on PS1.
Yeah, I have mixed opinions on that because I guess I come from the camp of, well, hey, it's better than nothing, I guess, and you don't have to buy it if you don't want to. But at the same time, it's like, if you're going to put out something like that, maybe, I don't know, maybe...
I feel like the resolution is probably a compromise to keep the frame rate high, which honestly is more important, I would think, for a fighting game to have a smooth frame rate than a lot of pixels. But
sure.
Maybe that's why I haven't noticed, because it moves smoothly enough.
And I guess that's my other question. Are you playing through the story, or are you more playing just for the arcade mode on it?
I started playing the story and then realized that the story references a lot of events in Mortal Kombat 10 which I hadn't played the story mode on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to watch like a YouTube video of the story and kind of, get the Cliffs Notes version. Because really, that's all the Mortal Kombat story mode is anyways. It's a bunch of cutscenes and then you fight in between.
So and maybe that's the difference is I've not played arcade mode at all yet. I've only played story modes. So and once you get into the fights, it's fine. It performs just fine. It looks fine. It's just that transition that I've noticed is really
Oh yeah, that's definitely jarring going from the pre-rendered cutscenes to the like last gen quality graphics.
Right. And it is in any Mortal Kombat. I remember that in Mortal Kombat 9 too. And I do want to say I keep referencing Mortal Kombat 9 and not 10 because I didn't play 10. 9 was the last proper Mortal Kombat that I played.
9 was good.
It was good. It's funny, like everybody's like, oh, bring these new games out on Switch, bring these current games out on Switch. And I'm like, bring the old ones out. Like everybody wants Grand Theft Auto 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm like, give me Grand Theft Auto 4 and Red Dead Redemption 1. I'll be happy,
Sure.
I'm all ready to jump back into Red Dead Redemption 1 anyway, so
Yeah, it would be really nice to get like all of the. Well, and we already gotten some like LA Noire, but like getting a lot of ports that we missed from like the 360 PS3 era. Like I would love that.
Hell, what was the DS? The Chinatown Wars would be great on the Switch. Anyway, we're getting way off topic here, but I want more of the the kind of forgotten hits on the Switch.
Well, yeah, so and that's kind of, the end of what I wanted to say on that. I didn't want to harp on it too much. I did just want to throw it out there that there's a couple of games like that. Like, I still haven't bought Spyro because I'm afraid that Spyro's going to have the same problem, and I haven't talked with anybody.
Spyro's pretty. One of the things, I have noticed Spyro adds quite a bit of motion blur, so it probably does that to hide the dips in frame rate and resolution.
You have to get Spyro.
It was on sale not long ago.
I was gonna say, get it
if I was this close.
If you get it on sale, then I'm sure it's worth it. I've barely played it, but there are a collection of games I've always wanted to play. So for $20, it seemed worth it.
Sure.
Same. So yeah, the only other thing I've really been playing is Animal Crossing. And I don't really have anything new to say. It's still Animal Crossing. I'm still enjoying it. I play it for about an hour a day. I do miss a day here and there. I'm not glued to it like I was in the beginning. But I'm still enjoying it. My wife and I still pick it up, for an hour a day, every day or every other day, something like that.
Do you guys play local? Play? No.
We actually very rarely visit each other. We both just kind of sit there. She plays on the TV. I play on my Switch on the couch, and we just kind of do our own things on our own islands, but we know each other's residents from visiting our islands. So we'll sit there, and like I got home from work today and she was like, oh yeah, so and so is finally moving in from the other day, and I'm like, oh yeah, I had that one guy move into my village today, and Rolf, and then I was like, Rolf moved out, and she's like, oh, you finally got your Henri villager gone? And I'm like, yeah, I got him to move out the other day. So, like, we sit there and we tell stories like that, and it's fun to be able to play a game like that with her.
Oh my god. So Billy finally left my island, and was replaced by another jock. I was so mad. But here's the funny part, and I need to post this video on Twitter. Billy left my island, and then the next night I was island hopping, with the Nook Miles, and the first island I landed on, there's Billy. He can't remember who I am, and I'm like, wow, he left the island and just lost his mind.
Amnesia, that happens when you go to an island. Link had that problem too. So that's all I had. I haven't really done much other than that. So
cool. Well, Justin, did you want to take next, or you want me to roll into what I've been playing?
Sure, I'll go next. So mostly, I mean, it's been, we'll say almost entirely, Animal Crossing and Red Dead Redemption. Animal Crossing, like I don't understand how all y'all have gotten so far in the game. My island is still 1 star.
Mine too.
I'm just getting a new villager. My second new villager since like the initial group. No, third. I don't remember. But anyway, I'm finally getting another one. I haven't done like any of like the real changing of the island itself. I don't know what to do with a lot of the stuff on my island. KK like doesn't even know my island exists. It's just
You gotta get your stars up, man.
yeah, I mean, I made my house look as close to a Disney castle as possible, so there's that.
Okay.
But yeah, like I'm still loving it. Like I'm still spending. Oh, hang on, let me get my Switch out and figure out how many hours I've played this because it was sad how long I've played this and how little I've accomplished. The current tally is 130 hours.
Lord.
Wow.
So
Well,
How do you
okay,
only
so
have a
I-
1-star island at 130 hours? That's
Well,
what
I was
wanna
gonna
know.
say. So here's the thing. So like, I don't think we need to. This is the problem with Animal Crossing today. I'll tell you what. Like, it's a blessing and a curse. With social media, you know, you can see like everybody's island, and you know, you can visit everybody's island online and like compare and contrast, and so that can be a good thing and a bad thing, right? I would just say like play at your own pace because I'm with you, Justin. My island is like, you know, not as good as like anybody else's that I've ever visited, but hell, I'm still having a good time doing whatever I'm doing in my island, you know.
oh yeah, and I'm still enjoying it. And I've got my island set up so, you know, I have all the different fruit and there's like they're sectioned off so like this section is pears and this section is cherries and so and then I've got them staggered. So like on today I might have cherries and peaches are so I go around, gather all those, sell them off, and then tomorrow it might be apples and pears, and so I gather those up and so like every day I've got something to do, and then all of the non-fruit trees are up on like on the first tier of the island, and so like I'm starting to do some of the like moving things around and everything, and I don't know, I usually rake in about 100,000 150,000 bells a day, but
Oh wow.
Damn, dude.
and then that's
That's
you know,
pretty
that's
good.
I
that's
have
just
to
in-
work for that. I have to I have to spend an hour catching bugs and fish to make 150,000 a day.
well, it's less for me now because I've started saving my bugs and fish now that I've started getting Flick and CJ coming to the island.
Uh-huh.
So I'll save my stuff for until they show up. But like still, I'm like just trading in my fruit usually nabs me about 75,000 bells.
Do you like stagger your fruit days or whatever, like when you pick them, or do you just like pick them all on one day?
Well, that's what I was saying. Like I've got it like scheduled out so that every day there are 2 fruit that have just
Got it.
that
See,
have just grown.
I don't have that patience. I pick
It's-
all my fruit on one day, and that it
Yeah.
takes a
Well,
long
actually-
time.
It's like
Actually,
4 days.
it came from lack of patience because I went a couple days without picking any fruit, and then I'm like, screw it, I'm not doing all of these, I'm just gonna do these 2, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna do 2 every day until they're on a cycle. So
That's actually not bad. That's not a bad
so
idea.
that's
I
how
should
that
think about
ended up
doing
happening. But yeah, I started to say last week but didn't really have enough time. I finished Act 6 of Red Dead Redemption 2, so I mean, spoiler alert, I'm in the epilogue now, which has me excited for the game all over again because, as we've mentioned, Red Dead Redemption 2 is a prequel to Red Dead Redemption 1, so I'm slowly reaching the point in Red Dead Redemption 2 that I can just like leap right into Red Dead Redemption 1, which I'm excited. Like I'm turning this into a like Peter Jackson grade epic the way I'm playing it.
So I gotta know. A couple of weeks ago, we asked you about if you got into this part yet. had has significance, and you hadn't quite gotten there yet. So like, what's the last like big thing that happened in your deal?
See, I'm not sure what significance you were talking about. Okay, and again,
it has to do with the main character and like his basically this is not a spoiler.
Is it when he gets his gloves?
God damn it! No, this is not a spoiler, obviously, because he's not in the other Red Dead Redemptions, but it's how he dies.
Right. I was gonna say like I knew before I started playing this game that the main character is probably gonna die because that's how, that's how these things go. But yeah, like I had already reached the point where you find out how he's going to die.
Okay.
And
that was a powerful moment for me. Wow, honestly.
It caught me off. All right. We've given enough spoiler alerts. If you're still listening at this point, you've either played the game or don't care.
Me, both.
It took me off guard at first because I'm like, well, this is just kind of randomly out of the blue. Like, oh, he's just suddenly going to get this deadly disease because we have to kill him. He's not in the next game, so we have to kill him, and this is what we've chosen to do. And then when as like the dialogue goes through and you find out, oh, he caught this from way back that thing way back, and like, and then I realized as you're walking around,
when did sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. When did that happened? Like in Act 1 or 2, right? When
that was Act 1, yeah.
Okay,
that was
that's
like
what I thought.
That was, I think, the first mission you do for Strauss.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then and then I realized, well, I'm like, but like it's just completely out of the blue, and suddenly we're gonna believe that this is gonna kill him. But then I realized, I talk to everybody as I walk by, because every time you talk to, like, every few people you talk to, your honor goes up. Right. And I finished the game with the honor bar all the way to the good from talking to everybody. And I realized that like about halfway through the game, you'll interact with somebody, and he'll just go, "How you doing?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god, they were
alluding to this the entire game.
Hinting, yeah.
And then as you get towards like the later acts, like it gets like worse and worse and worse. It's like, oh my god, like I just didn't notice this, but the attention to detail there, that A+ on Rockstar's part on that regard.
Like I don't know, like I said this. I said this before, but like when I first started playing the game, I did not like Arthur Morgan. I didn't find him nearly as interesting a character as John Marsden was, and like I didn't find him as likable a character. I didn't find him as malleable a character as far as like how I want to play as him, because the game was so linear. But I realized as I got to the end, the game was so linear because they wanted to put you through these motions that would get you to this point that makes you go, oh my god, like I didn't want to do this thing way back at the beginning of the game, and now my character regrets that he did this thing way back in the beginning of the game, and now he's paying the price for the things that he did in the beginning of the game. And like it's Rockstar really, like, I have an issue with, as I've said, like the way the disconnect between story and gameplay, but they do craft a very good story and have for many years, and the Red Dead games are just prime examples.
Yeah. It should be noted, I should say though, that they have had workplace issues, with crunch and stuff like that, overworking their employees and stuff like that. But man, they do put out a good product. I don't think that
Rare was the same way back in the N64 days too. So
right, like I don't want to say that necessarily like that is all worth it, because I didn't have to work like the 80-hour work weeks. But it's worth noting.
Yeah, and I lost my train of thought. Oh, and like the Red Dead games are really like, if you play Red Dead thinking that it's just going to be Grand Theft Auto in the Old West, it's not like that. Red Dead is definitely the mature, like where Grand Theft Auto is the immature M rating. Red Dead is the mature M rating. Like it's dealing with adult subject matter and like serious life decisions and stuff like that. And I remember what I was going to say. The first Red Dead Redemption game was one of the first video games that made me cry. So, you know, like this one's living up to it. I'm enjoying the epilogue because, you know, after you finish Act 6 and it goes into the epilogue, there you get some breathing room. It's the story's less intense, the characters are less intense. The other thing I loved about the main story is, like, in in the first Red Dead Redemption, you don't know much about the Vanderlyn gang other than, you know, they started out as kind of a Robin Hood and the Merry Men sort of, you know, group where they were helping people with their crimes, and then deteriorated, and then, you know, broke apart, and now Marsden has to go and you know, kill them all. But you don't really learn anything about, like, Dutch Vanderland or anything like that. And in Red Dead Redemption 2, you get to see, like, this decline in him. Like, he starts out like a really nice guy and, like, really in control, and you follow, like a Robin him, and then
type of character.
Yeah, and then you see this, like, sociopathic tendencies just increase, and him get more and more of a god complex, and like, you can see how, like, oh, this is how this character that I liked here becomes this character that I want to kill by the end of the next game, you know, like like, so I'm really eager. I'm rambling at this point because I don't think I've said anything that I haven't said before, but I'm really eager at this point to like, I don't want to rush the epilogue of Red Dead Redemption 2 because I am enjoying it, especially like the bounty missions are kind of fun.
Sure.
But I'm really eager to get to the point where it, like, segues from Red Dead Redemption 2 to Red Dead Redemption 1, as weird as that sounds. And you know, like, I can continue the storyline without missing a beat, because it's really going to it's kind of like watching the original Star Wars trilogy after watching the prequels, and it puts certain things into a different perspective.
Yep.
Certain lines have more meaning and whatnot. I'm eager to have that experience with Red Dead.
Sure. Okay, well, good deal. Well, then I guess if that's it for you, then I guess it's my turn here. I said I have something old and something new. Well, I somewhat tricked you guys, because the two things that I've been playing is Breath of the Wild and Pokemon Go. But Pokemon Go's got some new stuff. So
I just noticed today, I'm sorry for interrupting, but I just noticed today that Pokemon Go has halved the amount of walking you have to do to hatch eggs. So, like, I hatch like a couple eggs a day now.
Yeah, it's great. Pokemon Go is like really stepped. I say this every week, but Pokemon Go has really stepped it up in light of this, you know, quarantine that we're all under. So they had this really.
You need to quit selling me on this game, because I already have so much crap running through my phone. I really don't need to have that running again too.
Come on, 64. You got to have at least a 64 gig iPhone, if I know you, or more.
No, I've got a 256.
Okay, you can put Pokemon Go.
You have space for this game.
It's not a matter of the storage; it's the battery power to run the app with all the emails,
oh my God, there's
messages, and Discord.
It is. All right, when Pokemon Go first came out, it chewed up batteries and spit them out.
Mm-hmm.
It is far more efficient now. Like, when I was working at my last job and was, like, out away from the house and walking around all day long, I would have it open in the background all day with my Pokeball on my hip, and I never had battery issues.
So, Steve, no excuses. And so, but what Pokemon Go did, I think it was this last weekend, or anyway, within the last week in any case, there was this really awesome event, and I hope they continue to do events like this. So how it worked was basically for like the hour or whatever, 3 hours, I don't even really remember how long it was active. There was there's a new tab that you can go to get different kind of tasks, right? Because you know how there's like your weekly event task where you can get a stamp. Well, if you scroll over, there's like different daily and weekly and even like monthly things that you can do. So for this hour, there was this, I believe, Snubble event. And basically how it worked was if you like caught 3 Snubbles in a row, then, or like caught 3 Pokemon in a row or whatever, then you would get a chance to catch a Snubble that was shiny, you know, by, you know, clicking in the event type of thing. So yeah, it was just really cool, like to get a bunch of different tasks, like catch 3 Pokemon, or like, catch 3 fire Pokemon, and have to go and find those ones or whatever. I used an incense the entire time. Like, Pokemon knows what's going on. I had a really good time with that this weekend, and it's even just fun to play sitting at my house now, even without like using any incenses or anything like that, because there's just more Pokemon around, So more opportunities to earn like balls, and yeah, thank you, Niantic, for doing that for all of us people that are still hanging around and playing Pokemon Go. I really appreciate that. But that's enough of that. Let's talk about something old. Because I've been playing a lot of Breath of the Wild, guys. I may or may not be playing it right now.
I've noticed that.
But it's so good. I'm playing it in Master Mode right now. So I'm like, slowly going and getting the shrines and trying to collect all the Koroks and, all that stuff.
Is this the first you've played in Master Mode?
No, I was racing Lucas, trying to get all the shrines, and he beat me to it. So I kind of put it down for a while, and now I picked it back up, and I'm trying to collect all the shrines and finish it up. But it's tough, even with knowing all the tricks and everything, because I'll be honest, the first time I played in like normal mode, I hardly ever cooked. I never did anything like that, like I just didn't find the need. But now I'm farming hardy durians like you wouldn't believe. Like,
and you have to upgrade your armor. Like,
yeah,
there's no getting around it.
Yeah, no doubt. So like I've been chasing around like the freaking dragons, like my life depends on it. Like I have a newfound respect for this game in Master Mode, because it's making me play the game a bit differently. Like I like, there's no way that I can roll up on Ganon right now. Probably much less even I've done all the great beasts, but like I just don't think I could do Ganon right now without doing a little bit more upgrading and stuff like that. So anyways, that's fun. I'm playing Breath of the Wild like my life depends on it, and it's still good, guys. Like, if Breath of the Wild 2 is anything like this one, granted, Lucas might disagree, but I love Breath of the Wild. I just, even with all of the faults that it has, it's still one of my favorite games of all time.
It is, and like I will go months without playing it, and then just one day I'll be like, oh, I'll play Breath of the Wild and be hooked.
Yeah, no doubt.
Like even having, like, I've found all the shrines. I haven't done all the expansion pass shrines yet, but I've found all the shrines, and I could go face Ganon now if I really wanted to, but like it's just so much. Like, I'll start doing something and then I'll get sidetracked by something. It's like, this is all stuff that I've done before. Like, there's very little in the game that I'm discovering for the first time, on my second playthrough, but it's just so satisfying.
It absolutely is. Even the times when, so like, I'll pick it up before bed and like play for like an hour or whatever, and I'll like, in the grand scheme of things, I'll do like absolutely nothing, but I'm still having a great time. Like, I'm just like fighting the elements, trying to climb up cliffs when it's raining, that type of thing. And man, I just love this game. So, all right, but we've ran long already, so we're gonna take a little break here. We'll be back on the other side with a little mini game, and then we'll answer your questions from the question block. going back to Twitch. Hi, Twitch. We are live right meow. Happy to see ya. Oh my goodness.
I've moved into my base while we were gone.
Okay.
This is what it looks like from.
Oh, I see what you mean by that. I was like, wait, what are you talking about, Steve? All right, well, we're ready to get into bad game descriptions. I can't talk tonight. We're going to go with Urbosa's theme, I think. Yeah, that's a good one.
Don't wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
Hi, Brian's little girl.
Hello. Wake up.
I think Brian has fallen asleep.
Wake up.
Please tell me we're live.
We are. We are.
Oh man, this is blackmail fodder if there ever was any.
I hope that I hope that what happened was that she like grabbed his phone and like accidentally pushed the unmute button, and now he's like freaking out.
Eugene, I'm gonna need that soundbite.
Oh god.
Somebody unmuted you, Brian.
Yeah, Eugene, I'm totally gonna need that soundbite, please.
Perfect.
You can send that to me in Discord. That would be lovely.
All right, let's get going. We're gonna pull up Lucas again. I think we're gonna go with this one. All right, here we go. Oh, I need to make a note in Audacity. All right. All right, here we're coming back.
$5 a month is Infendo Radio's all-access Patreon tier. If you want a bunch of extra goodies and cool week-to-week bonuses, that's the tier you want to hit up. Go to patreon.com/Infendo Radio and join at the $5 level.
All right, we're back. We're about to do a little bit of a mini game before we get into change the system. And boy, I've got a game for you guys. So the game that I have queued up is interesting. We're going to be playing a bad game descriptions, and I just can't get past this cover art. So I'm going to have to send this to you guys after we figure out what this game is. But let me read to you the game description we have here. So the headline is Flying at Incredible Speed. Zara, ready your wings. Under the glow of the honeymoon, fairies can reach their peak speeds. Now is the time for you to prove that you are truly the fastest fairy. Fly through the fairy forest collecting bling to increase your speed. Watch out for rocks, trees, and magical creatures called Orbeez. Unlock outfits and break speed records in style.
Doesn't it say outfits, quote unquote?
I
or is
don't.
that a different game description than I was
think you
reading?
might be thinking of a different game description because I
there
don't
was
see
one
that.
said outfits. Sorry.
Gentlemen, what is the price of this game?
$4.99.
Justin?
I'm gonna go with $2.99.
Well, Justin is the closest by any metric you look at. The price normally is 98 cents.
Normally?
98 cents, because it has to be less than the 99-cent ones.
Currently, it is on sale for 49 cents. And the name of this game is called Zara, the Fastest Fairy. I need everybody to take a look at the cover art for this. I'm going to post a description of it in the live stream. It's one game.
Z or an X?
Oh, it's a 3DS game.
It's a Z. Yes, it is a 3DS game. It looks like it actually has stereoscopic 3D. So that, maybe that's a good thing. I don't know.
Zara, the Fastest Fairy.
But,
oh, wow.
Yeah.
The 3D would probably be good for that game.
Everybody look it up.
God.
Everybody look this game up. It looks fantastic.
There's only one.
Big
one.
I'm going to leave that to you, everybody. That's your homework for the week. But before we get too far in the weeds, Steve, why don't you read our question from the question block?
Which I am totally not stalling for. There it is.
I thought you
Okay.
had this ready, Steve.
What is our favorite movie? That question comes to us from Colt.
All right, so I'm gonna go first because I'm gonna answer mine and Lucas's at the same time because we found out last week spontaneously that we both have the same favorite movie. I freaking love Shawshank Redemption. That is just like one of the most well-made movies of all time, I feel like. So that's my answer, Shawshank Redemption. Go watch it if you haven't seen it.
Go ahead, Justin.
All right. I mean, I'm always tempted to go with one of the Star Wars movies or something Disney, but honestly, if I had to pick a single favorite movie of all time, I think it'd probably be Blade Runner.
Oh, that's a good movie. Yeah, you
But,
can't
but
go wrong
and
with that.
Blade Runner, I saw it in high school and didn't get it, but I knew that I wanted to, and I just watched it 2 or 3 more times, and watched all the different cuts of it, and I'm like, no, this is a work of brilliance. This is
Yeah.
one of the best movies of all time.
So, my favorite movie, and after what Justin said, it's going to feel like I'm cheating because it's technically a Disney movie now after the 10th anniversary of said movie. Originally, it was a Touchstone Pictures movie because Disney thought it would be too dark to put the Disney label
Wow,
on.
he knows his trivia on it even.
Until the 10th anniversary when they finally re-released it in 3D and put the Disney logo on. If you haven't deduced it by now, it is Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Which was directed by who?
That other guy, Henry Selick.
Good
Did I get it
man.
right? See?
Henry Selick also directed Coraline and James
Corpse
and the Giant
Bride.
Peach.
Okay,
No,
that
Corpse
makes
Bride
total
was actually
sense.
Tim Burton.
Oh, Corpse Bride was Tim Burton? Okay, I always
Yes.
get that one mixed up. So yeah, I had I had a copy of the VHS, wore it out, made my parents buy me a second copy of the VHS, wore
As you
that
do.
out, made them buy me a third copy, which they still have. I bought the DVD re-release, I bought the Blu-ray re-release, I bought the 3D Blu-ray re-release, and I own it digitally.
Jeez. You were
So.
prepared.
Yes.
I don't have quite that many copies of it, but I do have it on VHS. Its first DVD release, its anniversary DVD release, and a Blu-ray. So
Yeah.
I think I'm one short of you.
I have to ask you though, Justin, are you
Ooh,
okay
Sahara.
with Marilyn Manson's version of This Is Halloween? I think that's my
That's-
all-time favorite.
Of all of the covers on that album, that is probably the good one.
So bonus
That was a very
question-
disappointing album.
Yeah.
Bonus question for you, Justin, since Steve already established his is a Disney movie. What is your favorite Disney movie?
Oh, geez.
I'll tell you mine. Mine is, it's an oldie but a goodie. I've loved it since I was a kid. The Sword in the Stone.
Ooh, I have an
do love
answer
that
for
one.
this too. Even though mine is technically a Disney movie, mine was always The Little Mermaid.
I love The Little Mermaid. All right, see, now you've got so many different things to go by here because you got the live action Disney movies, you've got the animated Disney movies, you've got the classic Disney movies, and you've got the modern Disney movies. And I don't know if I can pick a one all-time favorite of. Yes, I can. Mary Poppins.
Okay, I was gonna say
My-
pick your
my
favorite
all-time-
child, Justin.
My all-time favorite Disney movie, and hell, Mary Poppins might be tied with Blade Runner as favorite of all time. But if I had to take the entire Disney catalog, Mary Poppins would be my favorite.
Okay, so here's something for you then, Justin. Did you remind me? Do you have Disney Plus?
Yes.
Okay, so
I
there was
also have an
something.
extensive Blu-ray and DVD catalog.
Did you watch the? I think it's called Prop Culture that just debuted on Disney
I
Plus
have
this week.
not seen that yet.
From what I understand, the first episode is all about Mary Poppins, so you
Ooh.
may
Excellent.
want to have that a look. Thank you to Radio Ronan for. Oh wait,
The-
I'm behind on my podcast. It's about 2-week-old news now.
The predecessor to the Disney Park audio animatronics was the Robin that Mary Poppins sings to on her finger. It was everything an audio animatronic was except for the automation.
Huh.
And then they made the Tiki Room.
And thank you for coming to the Disney podcast, everybody.
Right?
See, this is why I need to make one.
And with that, we are going to get out of here tonight. I believe that was our final question from the question block, right? So we're not skipping anybody. Okay, good deal.
Infendo Radio.
If you want to leave a question in the question block, make sure that you head over to our Discord, and you can too. But we are going to get out of here for this evening. So thanks for joining us live if you were. You can find me at Infendo Eugene on Twitter. You can follow Lucas, I believe. Oh gosh, at Lucas Peace. Is that correct?
No,
That is his YouTube. Chromatic Hue.
Chromatic Hue.
Damn, at Chromatic Hue on Twitter. And then you can follow Infendo at Infendo. But go to infendo.com and you can basically do all those things from there too. Justin, where can the people find you when you're not in your haunted mansion? Actually, you're probably there all the time during quarantine, so that's.
I actually have a bookshelf right across from me right now that has a lot of my, certainly not all, but a lot of my Haunted Mansion merchandise. You can find me burping live on camera. You can find me on Twitter, lost my train of thought, at Infendo Justin. And I haven't tweeted about Disney in a while, but since we're talking about it anyway, I will pimp utilidork.com and at utilidork, my Twitter handle. Every week or so, I get another paragraph done on that blog I've been writing. So, work being what it is.
Sure.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, follow me on those places.
Okay, good deal. Steven, where can the people find you when you're not dungeon crawling in Minecraft?
Yeah, when I'm not hanging out in this amazing base that you're seeing right now, you can find me in my Discord and the Infendo Discord, both of which can be found at the infendo.com community page. Please come and join us. You can find me on the Hypervoice podcast on Twitter at HypervoicePKMN or at Spreaker.com/Hypervoice. Spreaker.com/Hypervoice podcast. You can find me personally at Gentis1 on Twitter. And for those of you still listening, the answer to the live question that we had for your $15 gift card that nobody got, Infected Mushroom is what I'm listening to right now. So go look them up. They're an amazing techno band.
That's Wario and Waluigi's favorite band.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess that's it. We're out of here tonight. We hope that you join us again next week. I guess I better do the honors. Make sure that you guys get out there and vote, but probably do it by a mail-in ballot. Stay home, stay safe, but most importantly, stay inside.
That's actually not half bad.
It sounded a little bit like Sloth from the Goonies, so I was taken aback. But why? Because we like you.
Peace.
See you guys. All right. Well, that was fun. It was Lucas-less, but that's okay. We managed without him. Everybody say goodbye to the Twitch stream. We love you.
Goodbye to the Twitch stream. We love you.
No, stop it.
Someone's got to do it.
See you, Twitch.
Did it with your mom last night.